Welcome back, guys, to the stream. We're here live. We have a game coming up, Sting versus Detrony here, live at DreamHack Winter 2013. And actually, I've got an interesting person showed up. Fish Sticks.
Yeah.
You're appearing once again for another go of casting. It's been a while.
It's my annual time to cast Quake, DreamHack Winter. I think I was here last DreamHack Winter casting the finals with NBC. Super happy to be back. I haven't casted Quake in quite some time. It's a great pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course.
And we've got actually a really interesting match because it's a big unknown here. Sting, up-and-coming player, versus Detrony from South Africa.
Yeah, this is this is definitely going to be very interesting, and both players are showing a lot of promise as well. So it should be a really interesting map. But one, we don't have sufficient data on both players, I feel like, to really make a strong judgment of how it should go. So we can let the game speak for itself. And I think the players have been warming up for a while, so we can just get right into this. I'll let them know that we're ready to go. And the first map will be Blood Run, and there it is. Sting is ready. And Sting, the brother of Matrox. Of course, this is going to be quite an interesting game. Detrony ready as well. The countdown has begun. Blood Run to begin with. So off the start, we are with Sting as he gets the lightning gun, the mega, and spots himself. Detrony over there trying to apply some pressure. And he actually catches him in the corner there as well.
Very aggressive push right there. Picks up the mega health, tries to do some damage. Unable to collect the kill, but a pretty nice start here for Sting.
Yeah, he's going to even pick up that red, so he's definitely put himself in control. And despite the fact that Detrony was horribly caught off guard there, pushed into the corner, took way more damage than he thought he should have, he didn't die, which is really the very, very important factor here on Blood Run, because giving those frags away on this map is very, very, very bad. And there you go, Sting going to find him once again, and even gets the frag. You see how low Detrony was, Sting's been taking everything.
A very smart play here by Sting early on Blood Run. Able to get the first kill and has all the weapons he could possibly hope for. Now padding his stack as well. The red armor and the mega health are going to spawn around the same time, so Sting has some time to control ZTN and do a bit of damage. Nice rail, and that's going to really put Detrony on the back foot here, as he doesn't even have a rocket launcher or a railgun at this point.
And Sting's really looking to just deny absolutely every piece of armor he can right now. And it looks like he's going to be waiting on this yellow, but it's not going to spawn just in time. But there is the mega. Red's coming up as well, and Sting's got great position. You can see he can basically just cut off anything that Detrony tries to do. He tries to go for the rocket jump, and Sting punishes him with one crucial rail there. So, I mean, there's not really much gain for Detrony, just 20 points of armor, and Sting is just still such a dominant force here. But can he catch Detrony? That's really the question right now.
Of course, ZTN is a map that you can play plus back on if you so choose to do so, and that's what Detrony is doing here. He's going to try to play quietly, avoiding the shards, staying out of Sting's point of view. The red armor is up. Will Detrony make a push for it? Yes, he does. This time the rail misses, though, so Detrony, for the first time, actually has a decent stack to work with. He has the weapons he needs as well. So what will he do here, as 2 minutes are down on the clock, and nice little lead for Sting, but it's certainly in the realm of possibility to bring this back, as Detrony has he's going to be looking to get this next, deny the red armor and look for the mega health as well.
So Detrony is doing everything right at the moment. He's slowed the game down. He's managed to build himself up to quite a lot of armor that Sting has left around the map for him. And finally he's going to drop down onto this mega attack here. He does hit some fantastic rockets there, and even stealing the mega, surely, there it is, and gets the frag as well. Detrony he just picked his moment. He waited so patiently, and it all paid off.
And a little bit of a lack of patience there from Sting. And Detrony actually going on a run here, and now able to collect the red armor as well. And once again, Mega and Red are spawning at the same time, so Detrony has shifted the momentum into his favor here. Let's go see what Sting is doing. He's going to be on the top side of the map, and he's pretty much stuck right now. He doesn't have a rocket launcher. Will he be able to deny either the red armor or the mega health? That's going to define the next minute here.
Certainly, Detrony right now, you can see him just standing guard at the grenade deck here, taking that red armor. Mega's up on the spot. There goes Sting with the pickup, and Detrony's going to have that item time under the belt right now, but of course Sting is going to be able to get out of there. He's going to be able to pick up some more armor with the yellow, with the shards, but here he comes actually onto the plasma yellow. Detrony, I don't think he is exactly expecting an engagement right there, and even a rail as well, so Detrony not in the best of shape anymore, but Sting, I mean, he is still lower than Detrony, so this is still good, but I mean, Sting has really put himself in the position to do more, but now Detrony picking up that red armor, it's going to really just, his window of opportunity is basically closed now. So he's got to find something else again.
And Sting has to back off the Mega Health in contention, able to take it, but he's eating a whole bunch of rockets in a row here. And now, once again on the back foot as Detrony is continuing to show dominance in the later half of the map so far. Now Detrony, oh, he eats a rail. That was actually very crucial for Sting, as this gives him an opportunity to maybe push for the red armor, do some more damage. Sting is in a pretty bad spot. Oh, but Detrony gets the rail. Now we'll collect the red armor as his prize. Both yellow armors about to spawn, and oh, Sting is caught off guard. This could be really bad, and the lightning gun comes out. This should be a frag, but no. Sting is able to escape with his life, and Detrony continuing his dominance.
He escaped with his life, but it's a very pitiful thing there. 12 health, and he quickly gets gived by that railgun of Detrony as he is waiting for this red armor. So Detrony definitely really such a great position here, and it's just getting worse and worse for Sting. And Detrony, keeps making these very solid plays, and right now he's just biding his time, trying to catch that double back. Not going to quite find anything. Sting, though, he has only got 65 points of armor to his name at the moment. So Detrony, he's not super stacked himself yet, so he wants to get a little bit more, a little bit stronger on the map before he does any kind of committed play for a frag. And that's a bit of a cheeky one from Sting. He manages to get himself close to 150 armor, and that's going to give himself a great shot at this red right here.
And with that red will definitely be the momentum as well. Trying to actually bait out the jump to the red armor. Sting still in a position to grab it here, and he will do so. Now Detrony, he looks for the 50 health. It's not up, so he's in a bad spot at this point. And Sting with his best opportunity to take this back since the first frag.
And Detrony now, yeah, he's really in a very fragile position here. And he's just trying to maintain a decent enough spot so he can get some information there. He does catch his opponent. There's got the bearing on exactly where he is on the map. Mega just picked up by Sting, and Sting goes to the aggression on that red. Detrony hits the rail, but he was so exposed. He took a lot of lightning gun damage there, and that's really going to hurt Sting, though. Will he decide to go in? Great rail there coming out from Detrony. That's really going to help him stay alive and stop Sting just pushing in on his position. But how long can he keep this up?
Detrony's defensive rails have been awesome, and now Sting, both players with very even health. It's going to be a lightning gun battle to decide this red armor. Let's see how this shakes out. Sting actually makes the jump for it, but he had too little health. The rail will put him down, and Detrony, again, man, those rails have been very solid.
And Detrony, a nice lick of lightning gun there onto Sting as he tries to get that frag, but sticking his head out for a bit too long there. Does get it, just chopped right off by the railgun of Sting. Wonderful play there from the pole as he manages to swing things slightly back into his favor, but it's far from over right now. Some good lightning damage from below there. And again, Sting, sticking his head out as well. And he gets a lot of lightning to him, and that's going to really just weaken his stack. His future attempts now on the Mega are going to be much, much weaker, but it looks like Detrony's not going to challenge for that either, so it's all okay in the end.
And again, Detrony does have the lead here, so I agree with the play to sort of plus back there and try to just survive for a longer period of time here. But he is in a very, very bad spot. It looks like he doesn't have timing on the Mega Health. And what can he do in this position with so little health now? Wow, a lot of plasma actually. Did a ton of damage, but Sting is pulling this back, and the red armor will be his as well. Mega Health coming up soon here, and now Detrony needs to find weapons. He needs to find some yellow armors. He needs to stay out of his opponent's sight.
Yeah, that plasma play there was nice, but I think it was a bit of an error there. Giving away a frag, not really gaining much for it. And that's the kind of play that you'd expect when it's a bit later on, when we have like a minute remaining or a minute and a half or something, to try and slow them down a bit, force them to restack and spend time doing that instead of hunting you down. But we can see Sting, he's got a lot of time to make 2 frags, so gifting him one like that is going to really, really hurt Detrony in the long run. So let's see if Sting's able to capitalize here. He has quite a stack to his name. And Detrony, he's actually over at the lightning gun at the moment, and here Sting is going to have his back to him just as he drops for that Mega. I think he heard him though. He's trying to turn the corners to see if he can find his opponent. Detrony nowhere to be seen.
That's right. Playing on the upper side of the map. Red armor is up. Sting will make a push for it, but didn't do all that much for him as he had a lot of armor to his name already. Detrony is actually playing this quite well. Very, very safe, very defensive here. And now they finally meet each other on the top side of the map. But Detrony is in a bad spot again as the dropping down on Railgun is, or excuse me, on Lightning Gun is something you never want to do. But Detrony, both players with very, very little health here. Detrony is able to sneak away with that mega health though, and the red armor still up. The delay there might have thrown off the timing for Detrony. I don't believe he could hear that pickup. So Sting has that going for him, but with 1 minute left, he has to make something happen right here and right now.
Yeah, Sting is looking to do just that, but as you said, the time is ticking away. The pressure is on his shoulders at the moment, and Detrony's been doing already, such a good job for quite some time in actually avoiding him. And Sting hasn't shown us that he's got any moves to really deal with that so far. But this is his time right now, or he's going to lose the first map Blood Run. He's going to go up this jump pad here to see if he can go for the interception. There it is. He has no other choice. They're just going to go straight for it there. He has to just go for it. And now he is turning the corner with the railgun and connects one, looking for the second, but misses it. And that is precious time there for Detrony. And now it's looking really bad.
Can he pull the frag? Can a miracle happen here? It looks like that is not going to happen. Red armor taken away. 5 seconds left. And our South African player is going to take the first map here.
Yeah, wonderful play there. Actually, Sting had such a wonderful start as well. He managed to really bring it back. And I was actually quite surprised in the fashion in which he did bring it back. So that's very promising there from Detrony to make that a reality there. And I am very interested to see how the next maps are going to go as well, because things here are really, really starting to heat up. And I'm quite excited. I mean, Sting, he hasn't got a lot of results under his belt. Detrony, we don't really see him so much. So, it's really interesting right now. And Blood Run, a map that very time tested. It's a classic. It's one of the most. I mean, when you think of Quake Duel, you think of Blood Run. So It's one of the truest tests of whether you can have those fundamentals. And Detrony, really showed that he does. He's got a very good grasp of how to play Blood Run. So now we're on to a faster paced map, a completely different story. It's going to be Toxicity. So what are you anticipating here?
I'm honestly just excited to see these players go at it. I haven't had a chance to see either of them all that much in the past, and I just love the fact that Quake has such a vibrant and strong community around the world. I mean, here at DreamHack Winter, we have a couple players from Australia. We've got players from South Africa, and here the timer is ticking down. We are going into map number 2, Toxicity. Take it away.
Here we go. So we're off on Detrony to begin with as he gets the yellow and lightning spawn, speeding on over towards that red armor as well. And I'm sure eyeing up that railgun. There's going to be Sting in the distance to apply some pressure from the mega position. And Detrony's going to fall back, not picking up that railgun. Of course, that route would have been somewhat irksome, somewhat troublesome. So he's trying to take the safe way to preserve his stack. And we have to say that stack isn't actually that good after the damage, the pressure from Sting. So Sting's actually in a really good spot now. Let's see if he can use it though. There is the railgun for Detrony.
Sting had the superior stack here, but he actually was not in the right position to pick up that red armor. But damage being traded on both ends, and actually a missed rocket jump by Detrony is actually a pretty big deal here. And that means he misses out on the mega health. A huge rocket hits Detrony right in the face, and now the momentum is completely in Sting's favor here as the red armor spawns in 5 seconds.
And there you go, great rail there. Detrony not even just blinking when he fired that one, just easy, and Sting just completely blindsided by it. There goes another red towards Detrony, but he's got to get out of this position. He does do so. And there goes Sting. He's got a better position now on this mega, but he's going to dart behind that corner as Detrony gets himself some new positioning as well. It's all about getting this mega and not taking damage, and that's exactly what Detrony did. He took very, very little damage, and with the red coming up soon, that's going to be very tempting for Sting here, especially after receiving a rail like that. He's going to be low and in need of armor, but will he go for it? That's the question for me right now.
Yeah, that red armor here on Toxicity is kind of a death trap. You're left very exposed when you go for it, and now Sting has almost no health at all to his name. A tickle from that lightning gun is going to be nail in the coffin for this first frag, but 1 minute down, 2 minutes down rather, and the first frag is on the board. A nice rail there by Detrony.
And Detrony trying to stay strong on this mega. There goes Sting for the challenge, but he's going to quickly get picked out of the sky by the lightning gun of Detrony, and Sting now with that rocket launcher trying to waylay Detrony a little bit, trying to get some damage, but it's a bit of it's very much a long shot right there, and a bit of a lick from the LG. And Detrony's in a great shape right now, but Sting, he keeps trying to pressure, but he's so low at this point. Going to grab that 50 to boost him up a bit, but still, Detrony should have a slight stack advantage by about 50 or so. And with the Mega spawning soon, he's going to want to hold on to this and use it to get that Mega.
Again, on this map, it is an offensive favored map. The tides can shift very quickly here, and Detrony does pick up the Mega, but a whole lot of damage done. Sting still left with the shorter end of the stick here, and Detrony picks up the 4th frag, and I would say Sting, he looks a little flustered right now.
Wow.
He's making crazy plays. He
Whoa.
jumps forward with the rocket launcher. Actually, that was nice.
That
He has a position here to start picking up some momentum, start getting a couple cycles of the power-ups here on Toxicity.
Certainly so. That's great threat rocket there from Detrony before he goes down, causing a mess of things for Sting as he tries to close the distance, close that frag with the plasma, but he's not quite finding it. There, finally he will get it. Beautiful little jump up there, that little hop did it, but he's quite low, and that's really an issue. And Sting knows how low he is, and he's denying the health. There's no way that Detrony's going to get that health for free, but actually Sting, he managed to, he was more concerned with that Mega health than he was denying that health for Detrony. So it looks like Detrony's going to get a second lifeline here. He's 5-1 right now, and as you said, this is a very momentum-based map, and here comes Sting with an aggression, but surely he cannot win this fight. But actually, Detrony running out of ammunition there, and this could be Sting's second chance again, and he gets the kill.
Still down 3 frags here as we're approaching the halfway mark on the map, and another nice rail by Detrony. He just seems to be completely on point with the railgun, playing defensively when it counts. And Sting on this map, he has just been aggressive, continues to push as hard as he possibly can. In some cases it pays off, but in most cases it's falling in Detrony's favor.
Oh my god, beautiful rail there from Detrony, showing absolute class right now at DreamHack Winter 2013. But can he weather this assault from his opponent? Sting looks like he's going to get the hell out of there with a rocket jump, and Detrony right now is thinking about the Mega once again. It is nigh, and there is Sting, gets caught with nasty damage there. Sting is going to try, he's trying to dodge his way forwards there, and almost it actually works, but there's no chance. Detrony does get the Mega health, and he's going to get pressure. Beautiful rail again onto the red armor, so another red going towards Detrony if he chooses to do so. There it is.
I'm sensing a little bit of desperation from Sting. It almost feels as though he's not really keeping great track of the stack of his opponent. He's pushing it in positions that are potentially very unfavorable for him, just hoping that he can out-aim, out-dodge his opponent. It's not so far panning out. Again, this is a map where everything can change with one cycle of the power-ups, but Sting, the map is halfway over, and he has to make something, he has to start pushing this lead back. It's
the map to do it on, but Detrony has shown so much strength here. He's shown so much comfort in some of the angles. You can see he knows this map inside and out. He knows it like the back of his hand, and it's really coming out. And there is Sting once again going to get caught out of that teleporter. Another bit of LG damage here, bit of LG damage there, and finally Sting is going to be so crippled that anything will just take him down. And there you go, he does fall. More LG again. Detrony just looks too good right now, but he is kind of low.
Again, yes, indeed. When your opponent is low, you want to get that kill, and you have to start taking control over the map. And that so far, Sting has been unable to do that. Until now, he actually has a full 100 health. Will he be able to deny some? Oh, crucial rocket comes in there, and as soon as Sting does take a frag, he concedes one as well.
Definitely Detrony looking so stellar right now on Toxicity. He's going to go through that teleporter to get himself some good positioning on the upper side of the map, which gives you a lot of options. If you don't know what to do, it's a good default to use. Just get good positioning. And this spot here, a lot of close ranges to use that rocket launcher. Good height advantages. You can hear a lot from there. So Detrony basically just tapping the well of information of that position, and now he's set up for this next Mega, but Sting's going to come to him, it seems, and the LG is a very good defense, but he will miss the rocket jump, and that could be very bad for his chances on this Mega, but it looks like Sting doesn't know.
And just taking a look at accuracies does tell quite a story here. Detrony has about 50% railgun, where we have Sting under 25%. So those rails have been so crucial. Just playing defensive for Detrony has defined this Toxicity map so far.
Detrony going to make the drop after that Mega pickup there. And as he does indeed find himself at 11 frames ahead, he's looking at the clock. He's seeing 3 minutes to go. He's starting to feel really good about his chances to take the second map and go 2 up. But a quick dip into the acid reminds him not to get too cocky, not to express any kind of hubris, as it's not over yet. Sting will fall once again, though, to his lightning gun. And Detrony, you know, he just has to keep doing what he's doing, and it seems like Sting doesn't have an answer. Detrony seems to be out-executing him. He seems to be just outplaying him, just generally. His toxicity game, Detrony, does seem very, very strong, and he does really, you can really tell that he knows exactly what he's doing.
At the same time, Sting has looked a little shaky in some situations, making plays that really were not in his favor quite a few times here now on Toxicity, hoping for a miracle and unable to achieve that in most of the cases here so far. It feels like a little bit to me that maybe nerves are getting to him here on the stage in DreamHack Winter 2013. There is a pretty substantial prize pool, obviously, as you all know, everyone from ES Reality donating to increase that prize pool, so there's a lot on the line, and you know, this is one of the very few LAN Quake tournaments still out there, so perhaps nerves are getting the better of Sting.
Yeah, it is a very, very distinct possibility, one we cannot ignore. However, Detrony is thriving right now under this situation, under these circumstances. He's doing so well, and with a minute and a half left, this is well and truly in the bag, so he's going to be 2-0 up, and he's going to be looking at match point for the next map. So Detrony, he is really coming alive here, and I think winning over a lot of people, winning over a lot of fans, people that have not seen him before, people that have not seen the scene that he's from before either. And Sting right now, perhaps he's going to be feeling a bit bad. We know Sting is capable of more as well. You know, he's the brother of Matrox. He's won a Face It Cup, Sunday Cup against a good field of players. We know that Sting is capable of a lot, but consistency is often the devil, it seems.
Indeed. At this point, if you're Detrony, you're probably just thinking about Airwalk, which is coming up next. Another very, very fast-paced map that does, again, rely a lot on offensive play. The railgun, very crucial on that map as well. So moving on to Airwalk, what do you think Sting needs to do to clean up his play and take that?
It's really, really hard to say at this point, I think, because Detrony seems to be just generally out-executing him, and to me that is a map of execution, and you need to find good ways to get in the damage. You need to find ways. I mean, the one edge that he could find perhaps is just on reads and basically the predictive damage, but we'll really see. We'll see how it goes for Sting. See if he has maybe more comfort maybe going into the next map onto Aerial. But I'm not sure. We'll see. It's really up in the air for me.
All right. Map does close out. 20-3 is the scoreline. Quite a dominating performance by Detrony. Yeah. And we're moving on to map number 3 in this best of 5.
It looks like Detrony means business, man. He wants to walk in, get straight out again. Maybe he wants to get to bed really fast, but don't mess with Detrony because he really seems to be just tearing apart Sting at the moment. And again, as we move on to Airwalk, a map of execution, then, or as we go into Sinister, either way, it's going to be really, really tough for Sting, it seems like, the kind of pace that is being set. Because we just saw what is essentially one of the slowest maps against one of the fastest maps. And we saw Detrony cover both of those. The spectrum was covered completely in its entirety by Detrony very, very well. So it's all about Sting, really. And we're going on to Sinister, which is a mix of the two. It has some high-octane moments. I know you're not so familiar with Sinister, as it's actually the newest map in the pool. But fear not, I'm sure. Oh, okay, no, we're actually going to Airwalk, as we thought. They changed onto Sinister, but no. It's so Airwalk. Unfortunately, we won't get to see Sinister because the Quake community we're moving forwards with the map pool these days. So that's always good to see, and a lot of love is going towards that map these days. But I'm sure you'll see it throughout when you're sitting in the audience later on. However, it's all about Airwalk now, and this is of course match point for Detrony. So it's just this one, and then he can just pack up and leave. And for Sting, this is his tournament life he's playing with. It means a lot to him. So let's see if he can turn it around, because so far it seems like we're seeing a broken Sting.
Yeah.
Sting needs to fix Sting.
Yeah. Pull yourself together, man, and let's see an awesome performance here on Airwalk. And we should be going live shortly here. Again, thank you all for tuning in. It's a great pleasure to cast alongside DDK here. The Face It guys are doing an awesome job with the production here at DreamHack. And we are going live in 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1 here on Airwalk. It
is match point now for Detrony here on Airwalk. And beautiful air rocket off the bat there. Sting,
wow.
He is not having a good time here in this best of 5 against Detrony. But he's going to do his best. Another rail as well. Just completely I don't know, just pulling him apart right now. Detrony is basically forging himself the best possible start that he could imagine. And another rail, another one as well.
Wow.
Detrony, beautiful stuff there. Right off the start of Airwalk, setting the pace again, if it was even necessary in the first place.
And setting the pace, that's exactly what he did. A very smart snap decision right off the spawn to jump down towards that Mega, deal a whole lot of rocket damage, and yes, indeed, he has set the pace. He also hasn't missed a rail yet. I think he's hit 4 or 5 in a row now, and that's really got to hurt for Sting. He's got to calm down. He's got to collect himself. He's got to play defensive if he wants to take this back.
And it's always hard on Airwalk because you have to keep their stack down. You have to find moments to get the damage and to get the pressure in, even though you're worse on the stack. But here goes Detrony, trying to catch Sting. There it is. He's going to find it, surely. Sting screaming right there. Turning the corner, finally does find that frag. Detrony now 2-0 up. Finds Sting off the spawn. Almost getting telefragged there. Wouldn't want that to happen, but Detrony does get the kill in the end. Going to go for this red armor, and it's just decimation right now. Sting is being completely decimated.
Every 20 seconds, Detrony is gathering another frag, stacking his lead just that much more, and it's going to be quite some time until the Mega and red armor spawn here, and landing yet another rail. He is unstoppable here on Airwalk.
He certainly is. So Sting goes down again. This rail absolutely lethal here from Detrony. So Sting, we are looking for a response of some kind. Can you show it to us? Because it looks like Detrony is just. He is just pulling, like Sting is desperately trying to fix himself, pull himself together, but Detrony, with this execution, with these positions, this is Airwalk. Sometimes you just can't do anything about it. If the opponent's hitting the shots, there's almost nothing you can do.
Unless your name is Cypher. And then you make this map look defensive as hell, which is kind of weird.
And Detrony just is working those angles with the rockets, and Sting has gone in pretty low. Missed that rail. That could have been very important there. If it had hit that, he would have had a very strong shot on the Mega and then the red subsequently. However, though, Detrony peeking his head around the corner.
You know, I like what Detrony was doing there. He wasn't opting to get the Mega Health right away, was instead trying to do some damage on the red armor. He actually ended up eating a lot of damage, but Sting still unable to pick up that red armor. Now, just 12 health. This is his opportunity. No, Sting unable to connect with the rail that would have given him the kill. And Detrony was in a really bad spot and is suddenly looking very, very strong once again.
Yeah, 3 minutes gone, 9 frags. Make that 10 on the 3-minute mark. Detrony is sending such a message, not only to Sting, but to any opponent dare face him. And there is another frag, It's like we're just...
Ouch.
The kill sound is just constantly, it's like almost like it's on a metronome, just repeatedly just hitting it to the beat, and things aren't going so well. And so having a brief pause here, but Detrony having a wonderful night so far, it seems. And right now, are you happy? I mean, you've sat down. It's been a while since you casted Quake. You happy with what you see, even though we're not casting, let's say, Cypher and Avec or whatever. I mean, it's Quake.
I mean, I'll come back to it again. I just think it's really incredible that, you know, we do see such a breadth of talent out there, and not that many people out there may know Detrony already, but he is showing that he's a very, very talented player from a region that not a lot of people know much about, and that is going to end the best of 3 here excuse me, best of 5.
Indeed. So we have one more match coming up after this, but first, of course, we'll have a quick break. But before we go to a break, Fishsticks, are there any last words? Because, you know, I think you're going to shoot off after this. We're going to get Zoop to jump in your seat instead. So anything you want to say before you leave?
Thanks again for giving me the opportunity to cast. I love casting Quake.
I'm sorry, it's very brief,
I really missed it. So very happy to be here at DreamHack Winter casting alongside you guys. The only shout out I want to give is to Face It and DreamHack. Face It, keeping the Quake community going, keeping the pro scene interesting, and giving us great content on a weekly basis. I tune in all the time, man. It's great stuff. Shout outs to Face It. Shout outs to DreamHack for supporting Quake.
Thanks very much. It's so good to see all the support, because this is happening. So we're going to get a quick break. We'll come back with more games, or rather the last game, and then it's over for tonight. It's Sparty versus Phantom, and we'll see you after this.
Stick around.